Global Docs. Or nothing.
I'm hungry.
A fearsome entry from your friends at Rose Brand Meat Products. Hottie Scotty spends his 200th episode eating pork brains and milk gravy. This deliciosity features minced bits of pig brain, soaked in a yellow sauce comprised of milk, cornstarch, salt, and sodium nitrate. You heard of brain food? This cerebral snack is perfect for you.
Huh? Oh no, what could this be?
Dear Mr. Pancake 603, we at Global Docs Industries are writing to congratulate you on your 200th episode of Yucker Yum! Global Docs Industries is overall pleased with the changes to the format you have put forth as per our request. With a few exceptions here and there, the Pink Dope commercials have been handled professionally and energetically. The problem with the male Doberman and the female Dachshund still persists. You are performing your duties with the utmost professionalism. Your tireless efforts have been acknowledged by the good people at Global Docs Industries, and you are deserving of additional rewards. So from this point forth, we shall work extra diligently with you to supply you with even more ad revenue to the show in the form of multiple ad reads from brand new sponsors and pre-recorded ads to be played during your broadcast. Through our marketing geniuses and your cooperation, we will provide a much better viewing experience for your audience and transform this once humble YouTube program into a money-making juggernaut. Expect these changes to take place in the oncoming weeks. Sincerely, Balthazar Quayle, Global Docs Industries CEO.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Balthazar. Oh boy, I can't wait. As if the show isn't good enough as it is with all those pink taupe reads that I do. I mean, you love the pink taupe reads, don't you? I do. They don't interrupt the flow of the show or nothing. They just add more fun and more revenue. Well, guess what? I'm gonna be doing even more reads during the show. And there's gonna be on top of that ad breaks that just interrupt the flow, and it's gonna just make the show better. I can't wait for that. I mean, I guess tune into later shows for that to take effect. What? Aren't you gonna say anything? What are we doing? Some kind of casting call of all the regular characters here on Yucker Yum? I can't believe after all this time he's still trying to scare me. I'll tell you what, this episode I'm nipping this little issue in the bud. Don't worry about your good buddy Hottie Scotty Pancake 603, he's not going anywhere. No. Anyway, why am I sitting here all bitter? It's the 200th episode of Yucker Yum! This is cause for celebration! I guess because here I am looking at probably one of the grossest items I have ever entertained on this here show. This is Rose Brand pork brains with milk gravy. Oh god, what the heck am I eating? The picture looks rancid, even the color of the can looks rancid. They couldn't have found a more disgusting color palette to go with than this right here that I'm looking at. But if you go to my Dirty 10 list that I mentioned a while back, I mean, I guess this kinda sorta qualifies as eating sweetbreads. So yeah, I'm knocking another one off the list. I can't believe it. What more can I say? Oh man, pink taupe. I love pink taupe. Enjoy the world of the pink taupe. It was created by the finest restaurateurs from all corners of the world, and I personally love the ease in which fine meals are preparable. In a refrigerated tote, the approximate measurements of the finest ingredients are stored, with a helpful packet teaching you various, easy-to-follow ways to prepare over 500 different types of healthy, delicious meals comparable to those you'll find at the finest 5-star restaurants. If you like a particular meal, feel free to order it again, or try one from the suggestions tab when you return the totes. I am all thumbs in the kitchen, and even a dummy like myself can prepare these exquisite meals, and in typically less than an hour. How can you argue with that? This week's menu includes Gregor Goodchild's macadamia nut chocolate chip cookies with 200 sweet chocolate morsels. Don't you eat all the morsels, or you can't have chocolate mousse. 200-calorie almond and grape salad with poppy seed dressing and fresh romaine lettuce with a less than 200% chance of containing E. coli. Raisin meatloaf made with a fresh beef and duck mixture, topped with 200 slabs of hickory bacon. Pizza joes with tomato juice, brown sugar, Worcestershire sauce, green peppers, and dry mustard. So big, it will take 200 bites to finish it. Guaranteed! So what are you waiting for? Shop online at www.therealpigtofu.com and start making healthier choices today. You know, perhaps it's good that we actually got all that stuff out of the way. Not that pink taupe is a burden or anything like that. I love my advertisers. I mean, hell, keep coming, advertisers. I want more advertising on this show because it's only gonna make it better. But we all know the real reason why we're all here. To watch me eat this nasty, disgusting... Open up your thesaurus and look up different words for the word sludge. And that's what we get when we're looking at Rose pork brains in milk gravy. I mean, if I keep delaying it, the show is just gonna go on for an hour or so, and we all don't want that, so just bear with me for 1 second. Ugh. Where is the... With that, it is done! And there's no turning back now. This is gonna be even more nightmarish than I originally thought! Did you see what that looked like? Whew, and it already smells like Satan's smegma in here! And I should know, I've been to hell! It's debatable on whether or not I'm in hell right now! Anyway, you could probably notice that it's gonna take a long time for this to finish frying up, and normally I wouldn't advise you to leave an unattended skillet on the stove, but I'm a professional idiot. Don't do what I do out there. I mean, it's like, you know, going to a stunt show or watching magicians saw somebody in half. You wouldn't do that at home, but you're completely fine to watch that risk happen on stage, right? Well, that's me. That's the whole point of the show. It's me taking risks. But there's no time for crying over spilled milk. Thankfully, this is the 200th episode of Yucker Yum, a special chock full of chills and spills and thrills and not an ounce of downtime. So, without further ado, let us...
Hey there, Hattie Scatty Crap Cake! It's your commercial guy, Stone Cold Steen Aston. You're probably pissed off that I'm interrupting such an important show. Well, I'm glad that you're pissed. It warms my grapefruits to know I'm throwing a monkey wrench into everything you had planned.
Alright, Hottie Scotty, this is it. Don't mess this up. Say all the right things, and it's nothing but blue skies for you.
Heavens no, Steen Aston, I'm not mad at you at all. In fact, I'm kind of glad you interrupted because I have something very important to tell you.
Well, ain't that just ducky? Because I got something I want to say to you, too. Something that's been building up for the past 10 episodes. You've been treating me like a piece of trash ever since we started this shindig. And it all ends here. You want to go first or should I?
Oh... I want to go first because this is so exciting I can't hold it in.
No way, you dumb bastard. I thought about it, and no way am I letting your pansy ass have the satisfaction. I'm gonna go first. Hattie Scatty, you dicked up my commercial reads, you messed up my interview with the Fly, you called me names on your show which I have found very offensive. Well, I'm happy to let you know that I've been looking around for other announcing work, and I've received a rather lucrative offer from a brand new employer. Basically, what I'm saying to you is this. Hattie Scatty, I, Stone Cold Steen Aston...
I'm getting raised!
Wait a minute, what?
I'm sorry, I was gonna let you go first, but I couldn't hold it in any longer.
But, you see, I had another offer. I was just talking with the dude over the phone.
How much were they gonna pay you?
Basically, add a 0 to my paycheck.
Okay, I'll add 2.
What? Now how in the hell are you gonna afford that?
Don't worry about me, I'll make it happen. And also, that movie you pitched during the Canon Films ad with Hershey, Trader Joe's, Jimmy Buffett, and the whole nine, consider it a done deal. I rented out a camera crew. Principal filming starts next week. You're gonna be my leading man, Steen. What do you got to say?
I get to make my movie?
Yep.
I get to complain about the parking lot at Trader Joe's?
You can also talk about the importance of a good pocket knife.
Well, I'm kinda at a loss. Thank you, Hottie Scotty.
Yeah? You happy?
Yeah, you son of a gun, I'm very happy.
Good. So what was it you wanted to tell me?
I just wanted to say that I received a lucrative offer and, damn it, I told him to go shove it up his ass, because I'm loyal to the Yucker Grub show, and that's the bottom line.
Alright. Steve, thank you for all you've done for the show, and we'll hear from you again at the end of the episode for another one of your impeccable ad reads.
You got it, boss. Oh, hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Ain't nobody better than my boss.
Ain't nobody better than me!
Why, hell yeah!
Hell yeah! You did it, Hottie Scotty. That was your most disgruntled employee, and you couldn't have smoothed it over any better than that. Now he's happy, I'm happy, everyone is happy. Nothing bad could possibly happen from here, right? Way to use the old noggin! Hottie Scotty Pancake ain't going anywhere! Me! That could very well be the most satisfying me I've ever had! And speaking of brains, my brain is telling me to go check on those brains. If I only had a brain. Get it? Would have went over so much better if I had my kazoo. Oh, let's check on him. If I'm waiting for this gunk to reach some magical point where it suddenly looks appetizing, I've got a long wait ahead of me. Luckily, there's plenty to do here on the 200th episode of Yucker Yum to pass the time.
It's the top 10 Yucker Yum moments!
Number 10.
Around him. It's just so sandy inside. It's wet on the outside. It's dry.
Number 9.
DJ, you're back.
Number 8.
And, if you'll just excuse me one sec before I eat this.
Number 7. Number 6.
See a man suffer!
Number 5. Number 4.
What? What is it? Oh my...
Number 3. Number 2.
Oh, you got me, number 2! You too!
Number 1.
My game! Let's play a game!
Hello, it's DJ! So I went to my mom's the other day. You're not gonna guess what I found. I found a squirrel in her underwear drawer.
Here's me! Here's a box! Here's me taking something out of a box!
This show is boring.
Oh, Creaky, give it a chance. We watched all the new ones, now we're going back and we're watching the original.
Why'd you have to start watching Doctor Who?
Well, that was fun. Hey, Light Your Dummy number 2, did you agree with that list? Yeah, Light Your Dummy number 2, that was yet another good one that I had forgotten about, and it didn't make the list. I'm sure there's bound to be a lot of differences of opinion on this, so hey, everybody out there watching, what is your favorite moment from past episodes of Yucker Yum? There's a comment section down below. Maybe we can treat this as a little blog and we can all have it out. Maybe we could get to some really big arguments over it. And that sounds like a lot of fun, so hey, are there any more moments from Yucker Yum history that maybe we have missed? Maybe I overlooked them? I tend to doubt it because I really go through these with a fine-tooth comb, but let us know what your favorites are and we'll entertain them and it'll be like a fun little experience. Speaking of fun, let's push the pause button on the word fun for a second because now it's time for me to go over there and tend to that frying pan full of cerebellums and cerebrums and medulla oblongatas and amygdalas and meninges and cerebral fluids and all that other gunk. While we wait for the nastiness to curdle and fester, there are lots of surprises here in the 200th episode of Yucker Yum to pass the time. What many of y'all may not realize is that this isn't Bravo's first foray into the eating show. This idea dates way back to the year 1991, and I guess you could call him my predecessor, The Brother Veep Show. Here I present, straight from the Bravo Vault, the very first episode of Brother Veep.
Would it not be one made of gold? Only Brother Veep knows. I am Brother Veep, and welcome to Brother Veep's kitchen. Come. Now, today we are going to concoct a drink that is good for all. Some ordinary Kool-Aid. Remember, make sure it doesn't take up too much room in the glass. Some milk. Yes, it does look good, doesn't it? Some lemon juice. What the heck? And last but not least, Diet Cola, Diet Cola. You have to choose wisely to find ingredients like these. Yum yum. Now, I am going to drink it, but I must find something to stir it with. This wax seems fine. Okay, ready? Down the hatch. That has been another episode of Veep's Kitchen.
Fun fact, Brother Veep was inspired by the old Grail Keeper from the end of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Huh, who knew? The Brother Veep show survived 7 episodes, each one more foul and repugnant than the last, and he continued to cameo in Bravo skits and movies before landing his own feature role in 1993, Brother Veep the Movie, which was cancelled halfway into production. Brother Veep's last appearance was in 1998's The Best of Bravo, where it was explained his trademark orange cowl had been trashed, signaling Brother Veep's retirement. Where is he now? Well, here on the 200th episode of Yucker Yum, we've spared no expense, and using a rare satellite feed to the real world and hours of tireless effort, I was able to locate and contact the man. So here I present to you, for the first time in over 20 years, Brother Veep. Brother Veep, good to see you. You're looking well, you've only aged slightly.
Thanks, I think.
So, what have you been up to all these years? How have you been passing the time?
Oh, I've, been mixing different concoctions and putting them down the hatch. The same basic thing I've always done, except now, not in front of a VHS camcorder.
So now that I finally have you here face to face, I gotta ask, what happened with the feature film?
Oh, I chalk it up to the vision was just too big. You probably didn't know this, but all the Bravo characters were going to cameo in it. All of them. You saw it was filmed. You saw...
Razor Ramon?
Razor Ramon, right. Well, that was just the beginning. Everyone was in there, from Randolph D. Bortsfield to Gord Bortsfield, Ivo Kellerman, Ostromouse. It was too grand a vision, and getting all the pieces together, it proved to be too difficult.
And how is it supposed to end?
I was supposed to defeat my long-lost brother, Brother Puh, in a drinking competition. It would have had more stomach-churning recipes than anything you've ever seen, like 4 or 5 episodes of Brother Veep back-to-back.
Shame we couldn't have seen it. So, have you watched my show yet?
Ah yes, Limbo Grub.
It's Yucker Yum.
Yucker Yum? I thought it was called Limbo Grub.
Yucker Yum. It's Yucker Yum. It was never called Limbo Grub.
Yeah, it's a great show. I've seen a bunch of them. Hey, the Twinkie Wiener sandwich, that was a good one. That's right out of my playbook right there. You should try it with Cheese Whiz. But no, I dig it when you drink the brine and the tuna juice right out of the can. That's comedy gold right there.
So how does it feel to be outperformed, outclassed, and pretty much outdone in every feasible way?
Huh? What?
Gotta admit, your show? It didn't last no 200 episodes. You tapped out at what? 6?
7. 7, actually.
Yeah, quaint. 7. Huge success.
Look, I understand what you're doing. You're trying to bait me into losing my cool. But I've got an image to maintain. I'm one of the friendlier characters of the Bravo universe. And I'm not gonna change that for anybody, not even you.
'Cause you're a wuss. And old, out of touch, wuss.
All I can say is good luck with your show, and this interview is over.
Yeah! Go ahead and run away like a scalded dog! I own you, Brother Veep! Me! Well, that went well. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just the greatest and the best, that's all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I fear that now it is time. It's time for me to go over to that skillet and pull out those brains, feature them here in front of you, take a forkful of them, and put them in my mouth and swallow them. Wasn't it fun enough watching them cook? I mean, isn't there some degree of entertainment value there? I mean, maybe that's enough? Maybe I don't have to eat them. I mean, I have enough brains in my body, as you can see. I just rewrote my fate. I don't need any more brains. Oh, dearie me, and my stomach is doing flip-flops today, but I can't deny it. The smell that's in the air has changed. It doesn't just smell like raw brains and cheese in a skillet anymore. There's the smell of browning finished food in the air, and I can't avoid that fate, unfortunately. No matter what I do. I mean, it was in the description when you clicked on the video that Hottie Scotty Pancake is gonna eat pork brains and milk gravy! Alright, enough talking. I gotta just go get it. Oh boy, Hottie Scotty Pancake 603, what have you gotten yourself into this time? This looks nothing like it did in the picture. At all! I mean, I'm not gonna say what the picture looked like was appetizing either. But at least it looks like little niblets floating in a sauce. You had these little pink little brain pieces in like a little yellow sauce. That's what it looked like on the can. Here, I don't know whether I should be more happy or more worried because it's all just one same color. It's all the color of flesh. You know what? There are, before I pop this thing in my mouth, I gotta mention just what it smells like, because it smells kind of like hot dogs, which is really weird because you look at a brain, it looks nothing like the rest of the animal. You'd think it would give off a different odor, at least. What I'm really hoping is that it's a different texture. If I pop this thing in my mouth and it's hard, like I feel like I'm eating a brain is like crumbling, like where the wrinkles of the brain would be, like if it separates in my mouth, if I can feel that brain in my mouth, this is a spoiler. I'm gonna vomit right here and now on this show. Good lordy, but gory. But thankfully it feels soft to the touch. There's all sorts of weird mucousy strands. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if I could single it out here. Yeah, here we go. Look at this. This was once a very fully functioning part of an animal. It doesn't bother me so much when you're just eating random flesh. I mean, I'd rather not be eating animals at all because I love the animals like you know, I've preached before in the past. But it bothers me even more when I know exactly what I'm eating on that animal, and I know that this was an organ that it thought out of. I mean, I think of like people eating eyeballs and just how disgusting that must be. Just to have that in your mouth and think to yourself, this thing that I'm eating right now, it was used to see. This was used to think, and I'm eating it as a snack? It's freaking weird. Alrighty, I've already commented on the smell, and there's nothing left to do but comment on the taste, right? I'm not ready for this. My stomach hurts. This is not gonna make it feel any better. Thankfully, it's not so bad. It's got a very weird powdery texture, though. It definitely is different from a hot dog, but it tastes kind of similar. It tastes like a hot dog with a dulled down taste. That's what it tastes like. Like a, I don't know, like maybe an old hot dog that had been sitting around for a while. Maybe it lost its potency. But the thing that's really weird about it is that texture. I'm thankful that it's soft. I thought it was gonna be hard. I wouldn't have liked that. It's soft, which is good. But at the same time, it kind of like turns into powder in your mouth and like leaves this dusty residue on your tongue. I've never thought that that would happen when eating a brain. I mean, my original thought was you look at a brain, it almost looks like it's made out of rubber. So what's the texture of that when you put it in your mouth? I think it's gonna be hard, but no, it's not hard. It's soft. It's a little bit better than I thought it would be. As for this milk gravy, I don't even know what constitutes the gravy and what constitutes the meat here. I don't know, because it all looks the same. I mean, it's not like I could just sample the gravy. For all I know, I'm just sampling liquid brain. I know I'm puckering and making weird faces and all that. It's really not that disgusting. It's just that's in the back of my mind, knowing what I'm eating and just the weird texture of it. It really feels like I just shoved a bath bomb in my mouth. It's just like so powdery. It's all on the sides of my mouth, all over my tongue. I feel like Homer Simpson when he ate that Guadalajara death pepper or whatever, and he coated his tongue in wax. That's what I feel like right now. My tongue's just got like a sheen over it. But yeah, there is something that's good about this. I will say that you could probably use this in a larger dish. Like you can hide this. Like you can put it in something to add a little bit of pork flavor to it and not tell anybody that it's brains, because nobody's gonna want to eat it if they think they're eating brains. Except maybe Hannibal Lecter. But yeah, so if I were to give this a half rating, it's gonna be a toughie because it's not as bad as I thought it would be, but I would never eat this again. I'll give it 1.5 halves because for what it is, and strongly consider what it is, it's not that bad. But it just leaves a very, very strange, a very strange taste in your mouth. It's gonna be a taste that's gonna be really hard to get out of your mouth for the rest of the day. It's gonna take several toothbrushings and rinses with Listerine to get this out of my mouth because it's dull, but at the same time, it's strong. Does that make any sense? Because that's exactly what it feels like. And you know what? Here on Yucker Yum, at least I don't have to suffer alone. I've got 3 dogs here who would love to have a taste of this wonderful pork goodness. And you know what? It's been a long time since I fed anything to my good friend Tyrion. So, Tyrion, here we go with another second opinion starring Tyrion, starring Tyrion.
New show that is Limbo Grub's name is Tyrion. His name is Tyrion. Don't listen to anybody else's name.
Tyrion, I have a delicious morsel for you. Where are you, Tyrion? Ah, there you are, Tyrion. Look, I got you some pork brains.
Don't listen to anybody else. His name is not Jello. His name is not Jello. His name is Tyrion. From now on, from this moment.
My kazoo. You chewed up my kazoo! You think you're getting this? Huh? I worked tirelessly to make this show the ultimate YouTube experience! I slaved to get a foothold here on the internet while you're doing everything you can to bring me back to the Stone Age! And you want a treat? Why, Tyrion? Why did you do it? Well, I didn't have a change planned for this particular episode, but thank you, Tyrion! You just forced my hand! You're not getting this treat! You're not getting any treat! Maybe not ever again. Tyrion! You're fired! Hey, Pinkie Pie! Light Yagami number 2! Which one of you wants to do the second opinion segment going forward? Thank you, Light Yagami number 2! Way to pinch hit! Can't have dead weight on Team Hottie Scotty Pancake. No. Swift changes are coming! No, they're not just coming. They're never ending! Yes, can't keep things stagnant. Must be in a constant state of flux. Keep things dynamic. Avoid staleness. Yes, change. So I'll see you next time, boys and girls, where we once again ask the question, is it yuck? Is it yum? Is it yuck or
Wow, I gotta say that was pretty ugly right there. Well, damn, son, if only one of us had to go, I say you made the right choice. Steen Aston ain't going anywhere, and that's the bottom line. I'd be a jackass to pass up this kind of pay. And as for the little ass Doberman pincher, well, that's the way the mouth flops, dude. Hey, Hottie Scotty, now that you're one less critter on the payroll, maybe you can hire one of the many critters over at Showbiz Pizza, the pizzeria which has a little smidge of something for everybody. They've got Billy Bob Bacali, Rolf DeWolf, Mitzi Mozzarella, Duke LaRue. They're all there, they're ultra qualified, and unlike that gold-digging dog of yours, they even play musical instruments. Hot damn! I say good for you, Hattie Scatty. You know who the true players are on this here show, Limbo Yum, and you're not afraid to trim the fat. Speaking of fat, at Showbiz Pizza, there's so much fun to be had, from the singing animals and all that bullshit, to the ball pits for the little tots to get lost in, to an assortment of the most violent video games, including some sports entertainment ones. It's easy to overlook the goddamn pizza! So get yourself and the fam down to Showbiz Pizza. You won't regret it. Just like you won't regret rehiring this bionic redneck under this brand new contract. I'm gonna be here for another 200 episodes. Whoa, hell yeah!